It's never pleasant to be caught in a lie. We say our work is finished, but she knows better. We steal content from the web, and we know better. But how are we to sift through all the media available to us? Most projects now involve images, video, and audio files. Why can't we just get what we need from Google searches and move on? Welcome to Creative Commons Image Search and Attribution. This lesson is for the digital offender in all of us. First, we'll review the meaning of copyright. Next, we'll explore Creative Commons. We'll look at the 6 different licenses with their markers and buttons. Finally, we'll do an image search. We'll walk through the process of providing attribution. Copyright. Did you know that the moment you create anything, a song, a poem, a picture, it belongs exclusively to you? All rights reserved. Unlike the patent process inventors go through to protect their inventions, there is no formal process required of you. You are entitled to mark your work if you choose, just as you see it here. Copyright infringement occurs when someone takes your work without getting your permission first. As more people start posting their creations on the web, the more likely it is that those creations will be used without consent and sometimes for commercial purposes. This has become a big concern to many people, especially to artists and musicians who own full rights to the work we still download illegally today. Yes, it's a mess. There has to be a way to know what work authors are willing to share without requesting their permission first. Enter Creative Commons. Creative Commons is a non-profit organization that encourages people all over the world to share their creativity and knowledge by providing free legal tools. They state on their website that CC licenses let you easily change your copyright terms from the default of all rights reserved to some rights reserved. This graphic illustrates the hierarchy of existing license permissions, beginning with free cultural works, marked in green at the bottom, all the way up to the most restrictive, which we now know means all rights reserved. There are 6 CC licenses people use today. We'd like you to learn to recognize the logos and the associated permissions before you choose any content from the web. We have a better chance of avoiding copyright infringement if we look for content that have these markers. So let's look for some photos. Let's say you're doing a report for science, and you need to find some spectacular images to support your material. This guy looks great, but on closer inspection, we see that the photographer not only wants attribution, but if you follow his link, he's selling this image, among others, on iStockPhoto. This is something we don't need right now, so it's better to try search.creativecommons.org. You're more likely to find content here with CC licensing, which makes it so much easier when attributing on your resource page. This guy looks pretty good. And we have the author's name. We can see other images in the photo stream. And when we check the licensing, which is definitely the first place you're going to look on a page, you're going to see, with luck, we've come to CC Creative Commons Attribution Share Alike licensing. Perfect. Now that we've found it, it's a good idea to copy the little symbol that appears on the website. If you paste this into the table that you're creating as you go along, where it says license, it'll be much easier to cite on the resource page at the end of your presentation. So there you have it. We've learned the difference between all rights reserved and some rights reserved. We've seen the logos and been introduced to the 6 different licenses on Creative Commons. We've learned about search.creativecommons.org as a place to go to find our images like this one. Now, was that so bad? Once we get familiar with the process, we can manage. And think, you can get a good night's sleep and not face this in the morning.